Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Southern Charm, season 5, episode 10. And woo hoo hoo hoo. Like, damn, Thomas, I don't know if you guys seen that big old sore on Thomas' lip. I don't know what that is, but he has a huge sore. And you see Saint has a bruise around his eye. He must have got that when he was with Thomas and not with Catherine, because I know Thomas would make a big deal out of that. And then you also got to see, you know, Catherine mature and grow as a woman and be a mother and enjoying her role as a mother, that she's really changed. And it's good that, you know, she's taking these sobriety tests and these drug tests or whatever, because you can see that she's really clean and she's really welcoming to her kids, and she just wants peace in her life and her family. She don't give a shit about Thomas anymore. So hopefully we won't see later on in the season that Thomas and Catherine hooks back up again, because we know they hooked up at the last reunion. And then Thomas was saying that, you know, him and Catherine gets it in every now and then when they're exchanging the kids. So hopefully that stops. But we see Ashley, and I was telling you guys, Ashley don't give a shit about Thomas's kids. Only reason why she wanted to be at the birthday party is because she wanted to keep an eye on Thomas and see was he flirting with Catherine, because she's very insecure, because Thomas makes her feel insecure because he brags about Catherine and he makes her feel like she doesn't belong as well too. And then remember, a couple of episodes ago, Thomas said, well, if Catherine would change and be really nice and sweet like she was that night, I would actually be with her. So that has not left, you know, Ashley's mind. And Ashley thinks that Catherine's the enemy, but in reality Thomas is the enemy and Ashley's the enemy to herself, because she thought she had a fairy tale life, that she was going to move from Santa Barbara to be with Thomas, live in this nice house, spend all his money, have a good time, and then wreak havoc in his personal life with his baby's mother, and to just jump right in after 2 or 3 months. Like, come on. At least Ashley could be down there trying to get her license as a nurse in Charleston, you know, getting it certified there. But she hasn't done that. She's just been Callie and laggy-gagging and trying to, you know, down Catherine instead of trying to lift her up and help her, because, you know, Ashley's a 33-year-old woman. And Craig, I just can't believe how you was just lying and saying that you like to manipulate people and everything about you is a lie and you can judge people. You got a profile. Like, Craig, why you do this to yourself? Now you're giving us the right to say that, okay, Naomi must have had a point about you, Craig. You're talking about you just like to lie. So let's move on. So we get to Austin. We still, you know, we still at this vacation trip, and Austin is talking to Victoria, and Victoria is jealous. She's upset. She's mad. She's hurt. And she wants to end the relationship with Austin, but she doesn't. And, she's just jealous, you know, point blank. If I was her, I'd be jealous too if my man done went on vacation with his ex-girlfriend. And then they like best friends and shit like that. So, you know, you're going to have to pay the piper, Victoria. You went out with your friend's ex-boyfriend. So whatever you get, whatever comes to you, because I would never date one of my friends' ex-boyfriend. I do not care. We friends, your exes are off limits to me. So whatever, you know, Chelsea wants to do with Austin, she can do it with Austin. I'm not even going to look down at her or whatever, because you came in the picture knowing who Chelsea is and then want to date Austin and then want to take all his time. So, but it also seems like Austin and Chelsea still got something going on. I still thinking they're hitting that midnight oil late at night. I still think they got something going on. So, you know, Austin tells, you know, Chelsea about, you know, Victoria being upset, being mad because of the picture, you know, that they took on the boat, that it looked like she was hugging on him and kissing on him. But, you know, what's her name? Chelsea did have a sweater. Why didn't she use her sweater to cover herself up? Because maybe her ass would be cold. I don't know. So now they know about that situation. So Chelsea is just like, whatever. So then we get to see Chelsea. She brings the girls to, she brings Danny, she brings Catherine, and she brings Naomi to a childhood home. And she breaks down crying. She let us know she had a tough, impoverished childhood when she was growing up. And, you know, she even said that her stepfather pushed her or something like that. You know, when her mom and her father separated, her mom had no money, had nowhere to go. She had to work 3 jobs. They lived in a complex. A better word of saying she lived in the projects. And, you know, that's why she's so independent. That's why she doesn't depend on anybody. And, you know, she got her shit together. That's probably why Austin likes Chelsea so much, because he's not as independent as she is. And Chelsea was saying that she pays for everything. Like, she pays for all the dinners, all the drinks that her and Austin ever went out with on a date. So I don't know how Victoria is going to be feeling about paying for everything. I don't know. But it seems like Austin like sugar mama. He likes his sugar mama's pretty and young. So Austin is just like, he's probably gonna see where it goes with Victoria. But you can tell Austin's heart is with Chelsea. Chelsea's heart is with Austin. But there's some things that Chelsea cannot accept from Austin, so that's why they're not together. And it was a real sad story to hear, Chelsea's childhood. That's probably why she's one of the most likable characters on the show. And then we also have we have Shep. He goes see his mom. They talk about surgery. He talks about Catherine. Shep seems like he wants to develop something with Catherine, or he just want to dibble and dabble for a little bit, play father, play something. But, Shep is not going to be serious with Catherine, because when he said that he dated her, he didn't use protection with her, but he made her take a shower first before they had sex. So will he make her take a shower first now if they was about to have sex? I don't know. I thought it was funny. And so Shep and Catherine are developing a relationship, and Catherine is taking Shep to go have knee surgery, and she also lets Shep know that she told Thomas that she doesn't want Ashley around her children. She has the right to say that she doesn't want, I wouldn't want that crazy witch around my children, the one that can't see through, the one that got blinders on, the one that can't see that she's being played and she's being manipulating, and she's coming and she's entering in a relationship trying to break it up or trying to put her foot in, like she gave birth to, Catherine's kids, like she know who Catherine is, like she has any type of awareness, but coming in and wreaking havoc. Very unstable. She's a drunk too as well, and she just seems like she's lost. So I wouldn't want her around my kids either. So Catherine lets Thomas know that, and so Thomas is like, okay. He sent an okay emoji or whatever. So, and Shep totally agrees with, Catherine with this situation. And Austin is also feeling like he can't really deal with how jealous that Victoria is, because he's never dealt with anyone being that jealous, because you probably never dated two friends at the same time. Like, you was dating one friend, broke up with her, now you date the next friend, so somebody's going to be jealous in the situation. And so he's trying to talk Victoria off the ledge. Victoria's talking about, why was she hugged up on you? Don't you think she still likes you? What about, her talking about she was going to come to your room, going across the hall. So Victoria, she's very jealous. She's very nervous. She's very insecure that she thinks that Austin is going to run towards, Chelsea. And if he does, he does. Because you chose to put yourself in that threesome situation. You became the threesome. You knew that's your girl. That's your friend. And now you're going to be all sad and all heartbroken and say, oh, Austin, don't do this. Oh, Austin, don't do that. Nah. You're going to get what you deserve. And that's word life. So whatever Austin does to you, I don't care. Whatever Chelsea does to you, Victoria, I don't care, because you're trying to have a serious relationship with somebody that you had a friendship with, Chelsea. You've been knowing Chelsea longer, and now Chelsea and Austin do have a best friend relationship. Then you're gonna jump yourself right into that, like, you know what, you get what you deserve. You'll be paying for dinner. I guess Austin paid for dinner tonight. So Austin kind of convinces her to calm down and give him a chance and just let it be, and stop worrying about Chelsea, because she's jealous of Chelsea. I don't know. So she's doing her thing, and then so we do have Cameron. She does deliver her baby on November 11, 2017. The child's Palmer or whatever. I didn't like the name that she gave her child's, but maybe as a family name that's passed down or something like that. I didn't like the name. I don't know. You guys tell me if you like the name or not. And then we get to Craig at the doctor's office. Craig is at the doctor's office, straight up shit-faced. He is shit-faced. Craig is so high at the doctor's office and drunk. It's too funny. And he's talking about, I'm this and I'm that. I do this to people. People play you, Craig. Craig, you have been getting played for a long time. That's why I feel sorry for you. But you out here talking about you're a master manipulator. You can profile people in the head. But Craig is smart. He could possibly do that. But he's not too smart, because he's out here bragging about being a liar. And so now you give oomph to what Shep and Naomi and Whitney and JT was saying about you. I mean, TJ was saying about you. So I don't know. You totally missed me with that. So Craig is just like, he's a great bullshitter. And then he's supposed to put together a a photo of him, you know, about himself, putting it all together. He just did a collage. You just see him do the collage, just cutting off papers and magazines, you just leave it on the floor and left. Like, he put no effort whatsoever into that collage. And he had beer with him, and then he was drinking. You know, he drunk more. You know, he took 2 shots, 3 or 4 or 5 shots, and he went to the doctor's office. Totally crazy. I was just like, okay, missed me with that, Craig. And so we get Catherine, you know, it's time for, you know, the birthday party and all that other good stuff. And she's feeling stress-free. She's feeling happy. Then we get Thomas and Ashley, and they get together, and they're having a really, you know, like, tumultuous type of argument where, you know, Ashley is just trying to stress to Thomas that Catherine ain't no good. She wants to be number one. She wants to be at the birthday party. She wants to be everywhere that Thomas is. She wants to keep her eye on him. She wants to spend time with him. She wants to be around him. And she thinks Catherine's no good. Catherine's evil, and Catherine wants, you know, him not to be happy. She doesn't want, you know, Thomas to actually move on and be happy with somebody else. So basically, she's just doing everything possible to put into Thomas' head that Catherine is negative and she's a bad person and she's not good enough for Thomas. And Thomas is trying to say, hey, chill out, you know, relax, like, you too invested, like, you're too emotional about this, you're too emotional about everything, like, you know, calm down, take a break or whatever. Like, you gotta have tough skin to be with me. Like, who wants to be with you? But I guess Ashley, she wants to be with you. And so then Ashley was like, well, you know, I'm getting away. I'm going to Santa Barbara. Thomas is like, yes, thank God you're going to Santa Barbara. You know what I mean? So he's excited that she's going to Santa Barbara and she's getting out the picture because he wants some space. He's thinking about, like, you know, we need some space. We need some time apart from each other because this situation with Catherine, you're too invested. Like, you're almost stalkerish. And I was like, every time you turn around, you're talking about Catherine. And then, you know, Ashley is like, I don't want to talk about Catherine anymore. Stop talking about her. Let's not talk about her. Let's just dead it. Let's just dead the situation. And Thomas was like, well, is that a command? And she was like, oh, give me your hand. He was like, what? I'm going to be forced to give you my hand. Could you just relax? She was like, no, give me your hand. And so, you know, like, she's very insecure. She needs reinsurance 24/7, 7 days a week. And that's how it is. So we have Thomas and Catherine. They're getting ready for the birthday party. And, you know, what's her name? Ashley is really upset and she's really jealous that Thomas is going to this birthday party and she's not able to be there to keep eye. And so, you know, Catherine's at home. She's getting the kids ready. They look nice. She's doing a wonderful job. Their outfits were absolutely gorgeous. It looked beautiful. They all match. They meet up to the place where they're throwing the party at. The party's nice. There's no alcohol. This is the first time they had a party where there's no alcohol because Catherine was throwing the party, so she's not going to bring alcohol. So kids show up. Everyone does show up to the party, but except for, you know, Cameron and Ashley and Patricia. Patricia has been MIA recently. And also, we got to talk about, you know, what's his name? Craig, talking about that, you know, he feels so much pressure about doing a project for Patricia because it's very hard for him to come up when somebody else want him to do an idea. It's very hard for him to do that. Like, it's very difficult for him to make something for somebody else when they ask him to. I was like, come on, Craig. Like, wow. Like, you're giving validity to everything Naomi says. And, you know, you got Patricia calling up Craig, talking about how's the pillow and everything going along, making the pillows and stuff. And Craig was like, well, I don't know, it's not really going well because I'm really having a hard time making something for somebody else. Craig was like, I'm really having a hard time making something for somebody else. So anyways, the doctor just says that you're afraid to be an adult. So we get back to the birthday party and there's no alcohol there. You know, everyone shows up and then they actually crack on Craig and his roommate. Austin was like, oh, look at Craig. He shows up with his boyfriend. They're both wearing flannel shirts and jeans and laughing. Naomi didn't say anything. I was surprised. Catherine and Thomas are getting along perfectly. The kids are having a wonderful time. The birthday party goes off without a hitch. Without a negative hitch. It's like absolutely nice. It's calm. It's sobering. It's everything that you would want for a birthday party. And Catherine's actually really happy. The kids are happy. And then Thomas is actually in this moment appreciating Catherine and the growth that she has shown and the growth that, you know, that she's doing. And Catherine also says that she feels like Thomas is looking at her as an adult and not a child. Yeah, because he thought he was a child for a long time. He ain't even paying child support. But that's all right. With all these allegations against Thomas, I don't know if you're going to still have full custody anymore, Thomas, because there's some negativity going on towards you. I don't know if Catherine's going to use that in court or not, because Catherine seems like, she doesn't want to fight with Thomas. She doesn't want to fight with him anymore. She doesn't want to fight with him in court. She doesn't really want to fight with him, period. She just wants to be a part of her children's life. And she said last year was the most embarrassing thing when she had to go to the birthday party, her child's birthday party, and she was invited and she wasn't able to throw the party. And Patricia was all over Catherine at the party too, and everybody was talking bad about Catherine at the birthday party, like, look, her own mother, she's being invited to her own child's birthday party. This is so shocking. This is so embarrassing. Like, she doesn't have custody of her kids. Yeah, they were talking shit about her last year, and you can see Catherine knew that they were going to be talking shit about her. She knew the cameras were going to be filmed, but she went there anyway because she wanted to hug her children. She wanted to see her children, no matter how the camera was going to be on her and the people there talking negative about her, saying negative things. She didn't care. She wanted to be there for her children. So that shows you how dedicated that she is towards raising her children, and she'll go through anything to be to be raising her children. That's why she's doing the alcohol blood test once a week or whenever they decide to do it, because she wants to be with her children. She's determined. So everything goes cool with the party. So it's all good in the hood. So then we have Catherine and Thomas basically having a good time, and everything goes off without a hitch. And now we have, Thomas and Ashley having a conversation. It goes negative again because, Ashley asked Thomas about the birthday party. He was like, it went well. It was wonderful. It had a high turnout. Catherine put everything together. She did a really good job. It's one of the best birthday parties. And then on top of that, Catherine had me orchestrate and help and do things too at the party, so it went really well. That made Ashley sick to her stomach. She was like, oh, I don't want to hear it. She was just like, oh, you sure? Like, we're gonna have other birthday parties. And she's just throwing up that she doesn't think that Catherine's a good mom, that Catherine really cares about the kids, that Catherine's invested in her kids or anything like that. It was just all negative because she was jealous because Thomas was giving Catherine props and stuff like that, and she was just like, I don't think she's good, I don't think she's this, I don't think she's that, just basically throwing shots at Catherine. So that's when Thomas steps in and was like, well, when you disrespect Catherine, you disrespected me and you disrespected my kids. And she was like, what? She was like, I feel disrespected. Now she feels like, now Ashley feels like, oh no, you're supposed to be on my side, I'm fighting the battles for you, I feel like I gotta protect you, and this is how it is. And she was like, well, I'm going to Santa Barbara and be with my friends. He was like, good. And he was like, hopefully when you come back, you'll be in a better space. She was like, what? I don't know if I'm even coming back. But we know your desperate ass is coming back, Ashley. You're glutton for punishment. For some reason, you're obsessed with Catherine and her kids. You need to find your own man, and you need to get your babies together because the clock is ticking. And why would you want kids by Thomas? He's like half your age. Find somebody else that's, I don't know. You got problems. Like, word. So now their relationship is like sinking, and it seems like next episode is going to be more sinking, where Thomas is really going to start treating Ashley like he used to treat Catherine. And then on top of that, we have Shep and we have Catherine having a little bit of a romantic scene where, she's bringing him soup and she's bringing him candies and gifts and stuff like that. And Shep is saying that she looks beautiful, she's sweet, she's honorable, she's everything. And Shep is thinking about what if. And then, Catherine was like, no way. Then she was like, oh, what if? But, it's not going to work between them two. It would work if Shep was more mature, because one thing Catherine did say this episode is she feels safe. She feels safe and secure with Shep. And I can understand that she does, because Shep is not going to let any woman be disrespected or mistreated or be hurt in front of his eyes. If he can if it's actually a woman that's with him. The situation with Catherine and Ashley, that wasn't his place to jump in. That was actually Thomas' place to jump in. But he did jump in and go towards, Ashley, and tried to say, hey, listen, what you said was wrong. Like, you can't be burning bridges like that. Don't you think what you did is kind of wrong? And then also, you don't know the full true story about the whole situation between Thomas and Catherine. You only know a little bit. So Shep does actually, ever since last year, Shep has had, Catherine's back to the fullest. Couple of seasons ago, he was iffy with Catherine, but he never tried to block her and not have her attend any events that he was actually a part of. And then when people did block, Catherine from going to different events, Shep and, Craig would say something about it, would think that it was wrong. So, moving on forward, I don't know if, Catherine and Shep would actually get together. It seems like, Shep is not ready, but maybe if he get with a serious woman that is serious and he knows what she's been through and what she's going through and him entering that relationship with children, no, it's not going to work. Peace, I'm out. One love.